Hello, this is Veronica, and welcome to the Learning Lab, episode number 69, My Stamped Flourish and Trim. This is the color range card that I'm using from Bayer. The first one is Hosta Flower, the second one is Lavender Sparkle, and the deepest tone over there is the Twilight Pearl. I did pull up my iridescent medium just in case I need to use it, but I'm going to do some sample stamping on this watercolor paper. I'll be back. These are my two sample stamps. The one here, I did the lightest shade and then went over it with the darkest shade. And over here, I turned it a little bit, did the darkest, is that the medium? No, that's the lightest shade, and then the darkest shade on top. And I played around with the paint saturation. Of course, you can see this one is a little more shabby chic and this one over here is a little more saturated. I'm gonna get started with the lightest shade first. Okay, I've been a busy little beaver, everyone, and I'm trying to get as good a shot as I can to show you the Hosta Flower color on the wall. I'm scared to move the camera because everything is so light it has to readjust and refocus itself, and not my job to make you dizzy. I changed my design plan on how I wanted that to look. So my initial plan was to have this centered on the wall, but I was only going to put in half of the stamp and have it come like this on either side. So I'd have that at the top and then the other one coming up from the bottom and continue on that way. But then I realized I needed to find and mark the center of all of these, and that was going to be crazy. So instead I went close to the top, and then on the next one I went kind of close to the bottom and kept doing that around the room. Then I'll go back with my darkest color, the Twilight Pearl, and I'll stamp just to the side so that I can try to get this nice shadowy effect that I was going for. So I'm going to take a break. I'll come back and overstamp with the Twilight Pearl, and I'll update you with the results. Here we are again, and I have gotten the darker tone now over atop the lighter background that I stamped. Some of them are heavier than others. You know how it goes. So here on this one you can just slightly see that Hosta behind the deepest tone. I am very pleased with the way they turned out. Okay, I've had a few ideas rolling through my head. When I looked at this, I realized that I needed something here to kind of balance it out. I'd wanted to use that middle tone of the purple, and I don't know. But then the more I looked at this black frame in the room and how it looked against the blue, I kind of liked it. So I swung by Home Depot again and picked up two different kinds of trim. And let's see if I can get in so that you can see that. So I like this with the solid piece with a little beading in between, and I thought I would spray paint it a nice satin or gloss black. Another choice I picked up was this piece. The only reason I would like to go with this one is because of the melamine top that I'm considering. This is almost the perfect width to go along the side of the raw edges, and I would just spray paint it black also, just so it can mimic what's on the walls. But I'm going to put both pieces up there, see what I like, make a decision. This is how it looks on the wall. Let's see if I can come in closer, and there you can see the detail. But that's it, unstained and with just one piece on the wall. I'm going to add the other piece so we can kind of see what the impact's going to be like. Now here's a look at the two, and this is being held in place temporarily by some of the low-tack painter's tape. I think I'm kind of liking it, and if it's done in black, I think it just might be the pop that it needs. I don't know. I got these two so I could spray paint them as my samples and get an idea. That's the one that's a little wider and would probably mimic what's going to go on my tabletop. We're going to swing around and take a look at the thinner piece. Okay, this is a skinnier one that has the little beading going through the center, which I really like. And the reason I really prefer this over the other piece is that it sits flush against the wall. But when it comes to putting it around the melamine table, it's not going to be wide enough. But that's it with one piece. Let's see what it looks like with two pieces. See if I can go in a little closer. So there we are with the two pieces. As you can see, I'm in a conundrum. I don't know what to do. Oh. But whatever I do, I'm going to have to decide and do it right away. I'm looking at the beaded one and how flat it sits on the wall. That really does appeal to me. When I turn and look at the other wall where I have the one that sticks out just a bit, it's too heavy. Let me see if I can swing over and let you take a quick peek at it. Okay, now that I see it, and I've seen both on the wall, I like the one that's going to sit flat. I'll work out something for the table. I just might even use the trim that I have on the wall there. I don't think it would stick out too much, and it'll help for the blending and whole process thing. Okay, got it. Beaded trim, spray painted glossy black.